It is Sunday, April the 26th here in Heartland, Vermont. It's just beginning to rain a little bit, and believe it or not, we're supposed to get some snow tonight. So not super nice baseball weather here today, but as I think back to 29 years ago today, we were in the Valley of the Sun, and it lived up to its name. It was gorgeous weather in Scottsdale, Arizona. The Phoenix Municipal Stadium was the home to the Phoenix Firebirds, and that was to be stop number 18 on Bill and Sue's Excellent Adventure. April the 26th, 1991, it was the Phoenix Firebirds hosting the Portland Beavers. The Phoenix Firebirds ceased to exist after the 1997 season when the expansion Arizona Diamondbacks brought Major League Baseball to the Valley of the Sun. Municipal Stadium, though, is still around. For many years, it hosted spring training baseball and is now home to the Arizona State University baseball team. It's probably also worthwhile, though, at this point, to explain a common thread in a lot of the video footage that you'll see in this series. There are some usually nice daytime shots of an empty ballpark and some shots from on the field, and then all of a sudden the video switches to the game itself later that evening. That's because we would typically pull into the stadium as soon as we got to the new town, so we'd know where it was, introduce ourselves to the front office staff, and shoot some video, then head off to find a campsite, set up our tent, eat an early dinner, take showers, and head back to the ballpark. It was kind of a quirky pattern that I had mostly forgotten about, but it's come back to me as I've been watching the videotapes again. That particular campground I remember as one of the nicest we camped at, maybe in part because we were a little surprised at it. It wasn't a national park or even a state park. It was actually a county park, but the McDowell Mountain County Park outside Phoenix was gorgeous. Typical of our hurried schedule, we didn't bother to shoot any video there, but I do remember both the weather and the park as being really nice. We might have even gone for a short hike before the game. Meanwhile, back at the yard later that evening, it was a busy Friday night at Phoenix Municipal Stadium.
This is a very good crowd for a minor league baseball game in Phoenix. Stands filled for Little League night on a warm Friday.
The Phoenix Firebirds that night had capitalized on one of the core axioms of minor league baseball promotion. If you want to get a good crowd, give free tickets to kids. It was a Little League night at Phoenix Municipal Stadium, and lots of kids had shown up, presumably as instructed, in their Little League uniforms, and not surprisingly, they brought their paying parents with them. It also didn't hurt that it was a gorgeous Friday night, and the weather, not surprisingly, was warm in Phoenix.
It is Little League night here at Municipal Stadium in Phoenix. One of the prime things to do seems to be run out in the parking lot after a foul ball is hit out there. Now, to you and me, the odds might not be that great that you're going to get the ball with that kind of competition, but then again, looks like there's at least one lucky winner over here. It is a better crowd in Phoenix than we saw last night in Tucson. Maybe in part to the fact that we're seeing a Friday night game in Phoenix. Not a popular place to be at Municipal Stadium.
I saw quite a bit more of this trend when I returned to baseball travel in 2003, but in 1991 the role of ballpark MC was pretty unusual. This guy would roam various points in the stadium between innings and run a number of different on-field contests. In this first one, this poor woman was booed off the dugout for her version of what I think was smooth. Next up, a fitting theme in golf-oriented Phoenix, this guy was putting for prizes on top of the visitors' dugout.
He gets a dozen golf balls, just like that. Oh, yes. And he makes some encouragement as he tries his first putt. Oh! This is for this lovely pink stand-up golf bag. Let's have a moment of silence for Vince as he gets this one. Oh, looks like it could be. Oh, it's not. Well, I tell you what, we have a wonderful prize for Vince.
Fun and games continue on top of the Portland Beavers dugout.
Sunday night here at the ballpark is Tony the Tiger Kellogg's batting helmet Cereal Bowl Day. Inside you get some frosted flakes just like this. Sunday night at the ball game. There you go.
Finally, this guy was catching pop flies to try to win pizzas for the fans. I think he ended up getting 2 out of 3. No pizza.
First one's a little short. Here it comes. He's going to settle under it. And he gets the first one. And wins him a prize, a small pizza from Pepperoni's Pizza. Alright, sure. Second one's a little higher. He's going to settle under it. And snag that one. Crank that thing up and make you really work for it. It's up. It's short. He's scrambling for it. Oh, just misses it. All right. We got 2 out of 3. That ain't bad. Give him a big hand. And the ASU is visiting Pepperoni's Pizza by ASU. All right.
On the field, it was a pitcher's duel, with the Firebirds winning 2-1 after breaking a tie in the 8th inning. In the visiting dugout, though, were 2 players, Paul Sorrento and Jarvis Brown, who would be on the Metrodome field celebrating during our final game at the end of October. If you haven't already, I hope you'll check out the low mileage tour on findamerica.org. There'll be a post to go along with each video, and coming soon, maps of each day's journey, some other interesting links in the area, and some ways in which we might be able to help folks in that area to lessen the impact of the coronavirus. I hope you'll check it out at findamerica.org/LMT2020.